Hey everybody, my name is Roy Pettifees. I am a Cajun from South Louisiana, and I am pumped to be coming up to Durham, North Carolina, to Immaculate Conception Parish to lead you on your parish mission on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on March 9th, 10th, and 11th. And for a few special folks who want to join us in the mornings, at 9:15 a.m. on Monday and Tuesday mornings. The theme for your parish mission is going to be Blessed, Broken, and Shared, Eucharistic Spirituality in Everyday Life. How does what we do on Sundays or what we do during the Mass on the weekdays, what does that have to do with the nitty-gritty stuff in our everyday life? How does that affect our marriages? How does that affect our parenting? What does that have to do with our retirement? What does that have to do with the economy? What does that have to do with our relationships? What does that have to do with our mood? What does it have to do with what makes us laugh? What does it have to do with what makes us cry? What does it have to do with what makes us want to get out of bed in the morning? What does it have to do with what makes us want to pull the sheets back over our heads and stay in the bed and not get out of bed in the morning? And you know what? Those are the precise things that Jesus came for. So on night one, we're going to talk about the blessing. And I don't think it was coincidental that one of the first things that Pope Francis did as the Holy Father was ask the people gathered in St. Peter's Square to give him a blessing. We have a blessing, and my experience as a minister, as a therapist, is that most of us are not in touch with our deep blessing. That most of us, most of the time, do not think of ourselves as a blessing, as a gift, as unique, as special. We think of ourselves as broken, as insufficient, as not enough. And that is not the starting point of ministry. The starting point of ministry and of Christian living is the blessing. And so we're going to start there. We're going to start at that blessing. And that's where Jesus began his ministry. And that's where Francis began his. And so that's where we're going to start night one. It's going to be awesome, exciting. We're going to move to night two. We're going to talk about our brokenness. And certainly, we all have areas in our lives where we are broken. Our dreams that didn't work out, maybe our bodies that are broken, hopes that we've had for ourselves, for others in our lives. Here's the thing though, we will never go deep into our brokenness until we first begin in our blessing. And empowered by our blessing, we will go into our brokenness. If we hold our blessing in our right hand and our brokenness in our left, that creates a tension that will compel us into a life of service, that we will have to share not only our blessing with the world, but we will also share our brokenness with the world in a life of service. So blessed, broken, and shared. And so on night three, we will talk about how God wants us in a very paradoxical way to not only share our gift, to not only share our grace and our light, share our brokenness, and share our sin, and how he can work through that, and oftentimes works beautifully through that. Blessed, broken, and shared. You're not going to want to miss a minute of it. It's going to be awesome. Through each of those nights, we're going to talk about Francis. I'm going to tell a lot of stories. I'm going to use a lot of humor. Over each of the 3 nights, I'm going to be telling my story, how God has worked in my own life. You're not going to want to miss it. One person in Dallas described my parish mission from a few years ago as 3 nights of stand-up comedy that absolutely changed my life. So you're not going to want to miss it. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday nights at 7 p.m., March 9th, 10th, and 11th. I can't wait to meet you. See you there. God bless.